Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how I've made this lovely 3D crochet zipper pouch. It is quite easy to make and I hope you have fun watching how I've made it. Yeah, enjoy! You will need 2 lining fabrics, 2 main fabrics. I've already applied a bonder web on this one just to give it a bit of stiffness. You will also need a zipper, a 1.75mm crochet needle, a needle and a sewing thread. And to begin with, let's start making these crochet flowers. Start with your slip knot followed by 6 chain stitches. Make sure that the tension is not too tight and that they are not too loose, and combine them with a slip stitch and chain 1 up after this, and work around the loop using double crochet stitches, and separate the double crochet stitches with 1 chain. You are aiming for about 9 loops in between the double crochet stitches once your circle is completed. Keep working around the loop until it is full. Once you have reached 9 loops around the center, you can chain 1 up and join your circle with a slip stitch. This is where you chain 1 up and then you chain 1 up and then you join with 1 slip stitch. Look at it, it's so beautiful. This is the center of your flower. Chain 1 up and cut the yarn and start with a slip knot using a different yarn or wool, and attach this together. Attach to where you've ended, and this is going to be your new wool that you're going to work with around the center of the crochet flower. And just follow as I show you. Once you have attached your new yarn, follow in the same loop about 4 times. And pull your yarn through, and on your last stitch make a slip knot and chain 4 up. Bring this to the same loop and close it with a slip knot. That's your first, that will be your first petal, and chain 2 up to begin another petal. You go in one loop 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and pull through and chain the last stitch and chain 4 up in, and then into the same loop and do a slip knot. Make sure you move your other yarn. We're just hiding it as we crochet along, and chain 2 up before you move into the next loop. Just continue doing like this up until you've covered all the round, and that would be the end of your first crochet flower for this project. And at this point you can go ahead and cut any excess wool. Once you have finished your flower, you can then hide away your yarn as I demonstrate. It's just to go inside out, stitch around your petals, just making sure that you've hidden all the wool. And once you've done that, you can just cut it off using a scissors, and yeah, just make sure that it is neatly tucked in and it won't show when your project is completed. You can make as many flowers as you can. For this project I've only made about 12, 2 from each color of the wool for both sides. So each side is going to have about 6 crochet flowers. So this is how I'm going to be placing them. You can make it as big as you want, and beginning with your lining fabric first, followed by your zipper facing up, and then your main fabric facing down. This is how I'm going to be joining this. I'm just going to use a tacking stitch to hold everything together. If you prefer, you can use a sewing machine and attach this, but because I just want to hold it together, because I am going to use a wool to attach the zipper onto it, so I prefer just using a tacking stitch to hold all the 3 layers together. But you can do whatever you prefer. The aim is just to attach your zipper, and you can bring it onto your sewing machine, use a zipper foot, whatever you fancy doing. At this point in time, I'm just feeling like using my hands, really, because I think I've got all the time and I just want to while away this day and just keep busy. But if you don't have time, a sewing machine is the better option. Now I am using a sewing thread and a needle to attach the crochet flowers onto the bag. I'm making sure that I'm not attaching I'm attaching them on the main fabric, not the lining fabric. I've put it aside on the table, as you can see it on the other side, just making sure that it doesn't touch, because I don't really want it, I don't want these stitches to show on the lining fabrics. I want them nicely hidden inside. Once the zipper is attached, I am making this final stitch. It's kind of a running stitch, just a finishing stitch to make this very decorative on the back. Yeah, you can use a sewing machine as well to make a finishing stitch here, but yeah, as I prefer this kind of 3D effect, so I'm going ahead again with a wool. Just make sure that you're using a needle that has a big eye for this. The first part of the bag is now complete. Look at this. I love how it looks like at the moment. And yeah, so now we are about to attach the second part of the bag. The way you attach this is the same as the as how you have attached the first one. It's just that you work in the opposite direction. Remember, with the first one you started off with the lining fabric and followed by the zipper facing up, and then your main fabric, which has a bonder web on it, was facing down. So to attach the second one, you will start with the main fabric. The part that has a bonder web will be facing down, followed by your zipper, which is going to be facing down as well, and then your lining fabric. So it is just the same, and then you attach them together. As I have said, I've used a sewing needle and the thread just to combine everything together. And once it's attached, you can also use pins to hold everything together before you sew them together, but I'm just using clip-ons here, and whatever works for you guys. So this is how it's going to look once it's sewn together. And for me, as I've said, I've used a tacking stitch to hold all the 3 layers together. I'm going to repeat the same here, and once I've done doing that, I'm going to complete the zipper with the decorative stitch at the top. So it is just the same, guys. It's just an easy thing to do actually. It is now time to attach your flowers. Once again, just make sure that you are not stitching them onto the lining fabric. Just stitch them on the main fabric only. You can follow a pattern as I am following a pattern, but you can also randomly place them, whatever you feel like doing, guys. Feel free and do whatever pleases you. And once you've attached everything, you will be joining the main fabric. You will be laying the main fabric together and also the lining fabrics together. Just ensure that your zipper is slightly open, and your lining fabric will have a slight opening so that you can be able to stitch out, to turn it inside out. Once you have stitched everything together, just open the zipper slightly open, as I've already said, and put together the main fabrics like this. And you can now secure them using your clippers, or pins will do as well. And also your 2 linings, you can join them together, but just ensure that there's a small opening on the lining where you won't be stitching, so that you can be able to turn this zipper pouch inside out. Otherwise, if you completely stitch it, guys, oh my goodness, you know, undoing is a problem. So just make sure that you leave a small gap so you can turn your work inside out. Once you have turned the back inside out, remember you've left a small gap or space in your lining, you need to take your lining out and prepare to close this small gap with a needle and a thread to complete your lining fabric, to make sure it doesn't have an open space. And yeah, just use the sewing needle and the thread and sew along as I show you. And this is your complete project once you've closed that space. And yeah, I hope it has been fun for you guys making this 3D crochet zipper pouch. Yeah, and at the end I've decided to accessorize it using a pom-pom. I've made a black pom-pom just to put on the zipper handle, and I've also made a rope using different color thread strings to attach the pom-pom onto it. Yeah, it is easy. This is the black pom-pom, and these are the colors I've chosen from the wool, and you just tie a knot at the end and you twist them around and put them onto your zipper handle to complete this project. And yeah, it's easy to do. You can complete it with whatever item you choose to accessorize it with, but overall it is a very colorful fun bag to do, and it's good to be used as a pencil case, but you can also use it for anything that you want to use it for. But yeah, little girls like it as a pencil case, and I just love the 3D effect on it. And it is good for brightening up your mood as well, you know. And yeah, just to do something that is uniquely yours and that is different. Yeah, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please like, share and comment on the description box below. And once again, thank you so much. Until next time, guys. Thank you. Bye.